Hi everyone, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me. Today is the very last day of the 2016 Christmas Crush, and it's a doozy. So this is the project I'm sharing today. It's using By the Shore designer series paper, or this example was, with this very vanilla baker's twine that I made into a nautical knot. Because look, it opens up and you can write on the inside of the box, and it's also a drawer box. And it's funny because the paper from By the Shore, this particular paper reminds me of my dresser that I got from IKEA, and it kind of has a stripey on the inside. It's a little too much information, but I thought it matched very well actually. And there is a little magnet in here, so it will stay closed. And such a cute little box. This, or in particular, could be very much for a fellow, a nautical fellow. Anyway, I'm going to show you a Christmas version today. So, and it's really simple to make. We need our score tool, a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. We are going to score at 2 3/4, 4, 6 3/4, 8, and 10 3/4. So that is the scoring there. Okay, so I had to pull out the paper trimmer because on this piece of cardstock, which measures 5 1/16 by 6 5/8, I'm going to score at 1 3/16 on all 4 sides. And my score tool only goes up like by the 1/8. So, and basically 3/16 is 1, 2, 3 right there. So 1 3/16, we're going to score once there. 1 3/16 right there. And if you're not getting a deep enough groove, you can use your stylus and go in here, like right in the groove, and score there if you don't want to use this thingamaboober. But I think it scored really well, so I'm not bothered. Just a little tip. Okay, so this is going to be our flap. And this is the bottom and the top of the box. So there's really not a heck of a lot of cutting going on. I saw this build, and I can't remember the lady's name. She was a German lady, demonstrator in Germany, I guess. And I couldn't understand what she was doing, so I had to figure out the scoring myself. So it wasn't my original idea, but the lady's blog didn't have measurements or anything. So her idea, not mine, but loved it. Okay, so there's only a little bit of adhesive along that teeny tiny little border. And this is so that you can fit it on an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper. So let's see here. How am I going to do this? There you go. Box made. Super simple, right? I promised. Okay, and now we are going to fold and burnish cardstock. And then we're just going to cut up like normal. So you cut straight on this part and then you wedge in on that part. So and yeah, the measurements here, they were a hard one for me to figure out. I actually I'm not very good with fractions, so I had to get my friend who is a PhD in math to help me out. I'm so embarrassed to say that. Oh, I'm not good with fractions. Never have been. But I wanted this to fit like a glove. So just putting a little bit of adhesive on the edges. And it might be easy to put, before we put it all together, to put the inside designer series paper in. So this designer series paper was 2.5 by 4. Yep. And now we're going to put together the box. I'm using chocolate chip, I think. No, it's early espresso. And the designer series paper is, surprise, surprise, Candy Cane Lane. I've been using it pretty much exclusively. Oh, and I wanted to punch a thumb hole. Let's see if it'll work still. Oh, perfect. This is the 3/4 inch punch. Look at that. Like a glove. Like a glove. That 3/16 business really works. So, okay, and I have, before I put on any more paper, I'm going to have a glue dot and a magnet. And I'm just going to put it right about there. And these are really tiny magnets, but they're super strong. Whoops. I just flunked the second one on top with a glue dot, close, and pick it up. So we're going to give those a really good press. And now we can put on our paper. I get the magnets from Spider Magnets in the UK, or actually on eBay. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and that was 2.5 by 4 as well. And another 2.5 by 4 piece of designer series paper for the top, and make sure that you're covering your magnets. And then on the very top I have 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So if you wanted to do this in a layer, that would be the layering piece, like the mint piece that I have there, but I'm not going to layer with this. Okay, what I am going to do, so the Candy Cane Lane has these really sweet, awesome little houses. Oh my God, it's so cute. And I took the time and I fussy cut them all out. And I'm putting a mass amount of dimensionals on the top, or on them. And then I actually glued them to a piece of Whisper White, so that they're quite thick. Then I added Wink of Stella to the snow, and then glossy accents to the candy canes and all the candies. So they have dimension, and it's a total Christmas box. And if you wanted to, you could use a to from tag on here as well, but I thought that this was just absolutely perfect in itself. And now you can write your message, and it closes really nice. And this is a total keepsake. You know, you could put in ornaments, or I don't know, you come up with it. More than candies, because these are pretty special with a nice sentiment on the inside. So I just wanted to remind you, all the measurements and everything are on my blog, and they won't be in German. So awesome. Thanks so much for joining me for today's project and the 25 projects I've done for this month. I think I need a vacation. I will see you on Monday, though. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On the screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Thanks again for watching.